Everyone is telling you that you need to start planning for 2019. Everyone's telling you what's your marketing strategy? How are you going to generate leads? How are you going to make sales? What is your business plan for 2019? Everybody's telling you it, and I can guarantee there is going to be at least one thing missing from your business plan. Good morning, Rich. Good morning, Steve-O. Chris Stevenson over there in the United States, mate. Great to have you. Good morning, Mr. Brown. How are you? Great to catch up with you, albeit briefly at the airport. Hey, Susan. G'day, Mel. G'day, Hookie. How is everybody? Belinda, good morning. And so this is one of the interesting things. Your business plan is going to give you the direction for next year, but I guarantee you that there's probably one key component to you hitting all of your business goals in 2019 that you have not thought about. And you better stay tuned to JT in the Raw show 124, as I will tell you what that is. Morning, Eugene. Good morning, Dickie Colreevy. How are you? Great to have you, Emma. Great to have everybody on board so early this morning. So it doesn't matter what part of a business you work in, whether you are thinking a sporting team, whether you are talking about a department within a business, or whether you are talking a complete business. What I am going to share with you today will have a massive impact on whether you hit your goals in 2019 for your business or you don't. It's a big weekend coming up for me. I'll tell you about my weekend at the end of the show, so hang in there. But from you, what do you got on the weekend? I'd love you to share in the comments below, whether you're watching live or on replay. What are you up to on the weekend? Can you do it with an emoji? Can you put a picture in the comments below that gives me an idea of what you are up to this weekend? What are your plans? What are you doing? Emoji in the comments right now. Away you go. Now, while you're doing that, let me tell you about some shout outs. I want to give a massive shout out. By the way, I know it's a bit glary, but this is Wollongong Beach out here. It's a beautiful spot down here in New South Wales in Australia. So big shout out today to my New Zealand Industry Leaders Roundtable team. We had a cracking couple of days. We were certainly up against it with the weather. The weather made things tough for us, so we had to shorten our meeting, which was a bit frustrating and a bit disappointing, but nevertheless, it was a great meeting, and I really appreciate the three of you coming along, making the effort and getting involved in Roundtable. It was fantastic. Thank you so much to you guys for being part of the Roundtable over there in New Zealand. Morning, Alex. Morning, Cam. Also want to give a big shout out to just two of my coaching clients, Lockie and Luke. You guys are doing an amazing job. Both of these guys took on some business coaching where we jammed it in to 6 weeks, one coaching session a week for 6 weeks. And they are nailing their homework every single week, coming back, getting stuff done. And I'm so proud of what you guys have achieved. We're only halfway through our sessions. We've got another 3 to go. And I'm so proud of what you guys have done. Congratulations on not just turning your thoughts into your ideas and thoughts, but turning them into actions. Well done, guys. Congratulations. Darren Rush, you've got eyes and ears. What are you up to? For those that are just joining us, you'll see some weird stuff in the comments below. It's because the question of the day, the question of JTInTheRaw show 124 is, what are you up to on the weekend? In emojis, share what you're up to on the weekend with emojis. Also want to give a big shout out also to all the Active Management members. I'm giving you my Christmas present to you guys is 30 minutes free business coaching. I've actually got my first one this afternoon after where I'm at today, and every single Active Management members, all 500 of you, get 30 minutes free business coaching with me. You have been sent the link. All you have to do is click on the link and make the booking. So big shout out to you guys to click on that. I'm here to help you. You got one-on-one with me for 30 minutes to help you for 2019. Also, final shout out is this. In 3 weeks, I have got a huge announcement. 3 weeks' time, I have a huge announcement for the Australian fitness industry. It will rock you to the core. You are going to love it. It's new, it's different, and it is a big announcement. 3 weeks away. Stay tuned. Keep your eyes peeled. Keep your ears open. 3 weeks away. It's going to be big. You guys are going to love it. Morning, Nicole. Morning, Wakiri. Rich Darby, you've got family, you've got swimming, you've got coffee, and you've got sun. Mate, you're in Melbourne. There's no sun. Eric's got, is that hockey or lacrosse, Eric? Share with me in the comments below. What are you up to on the weekend? I saw Emma's got, she's got soccer. Now, is that your soccer, Emma, or the kids' soccer? Okay, so here is what I reckon you are missing in your business plan for 2019. And by the way, if you get any value out of this show at any stage, you can share by just putting in the comments somebody's name. Just tag them in the comment below, and they will get it. Oh, Eric, it's not lacrosse, it's not hockey, it's golf. I get it. And Emma's saying it's kids soccer. Great to clarify that for me, Emma. I never thought you were much of a soccer player. Okay, here it is. I don't care what you're planning, what your goals are in relation to sales, in relation to marketing, in relation to customer retention, customer acquisition, driving finances. Don't care what it is. None of that will be achieved without the people that work for you. Yep, there it is. I said it. The people that work with you and for you will enable you to hit every business goal that you are setting for 2019. So the question I have for you today is, what's your staff goal? What's your team goal? What is your plan in order to drive your staff? That's it. Now, if you've got one, give yourself a big tick. Give yourself a pat on the back. Double thumbs up to you. But I guarantee most businesses are focusing on almost what they can't control, which is leads, which is sales, which is expense control. And they're not focusing on what they can control, which is the culture of the business, which is the people that they select, which is how they look after their team. This is the most critical thing to you achieving anything in your business. That's the bottom line. You got to get good people, you got to look after your people, and you got to reward your people. And you need a plan for that, ladies and gents. And you need a plan. Good morning, Chantel. Great to have you on board early this morning. G'day, Cam. Great to have you there down in Canberra. So here's my first thought for you, and it's this. Part of your plan for next year is how are you going to recruit staff? You know, so many people say to me, oh, I just can't find good people. I just can't find good staff. Well, most of the time we go looking for staff is when we need them. That's the only time we look. We should be looking all the time. So what is your recruitment plan for 2019? So if you like, here's my thought. I got this big picture here. This is everything that we need to think about around human resource management. This is everything that we need to think about in regard to our staff and our team. Now, we're going to divide that up into several components. And the first component is, what is your recruitment plan for 2019? Are you clear on the type of person you want working for your organisation? It's not just skill-based, it's attitude-based. It's what's in their heart. Are you clear on that? Have you got that written down? And can you find that in the person? So the first one that I need you to be thinking about, hey, I didn't even see you there. Good morning, how are you, mate? So my first one is, in my 2019 plan, is what is my recruitment plan? Number two is, what's my interview plan? What is my interview plan? And you can go back and look at any of the old JT in the Raws, and you'll see that I've done some of these Raws on interviews. But the bottom line is, most people that jumping into an interview with you are highly trained people around interviews. They'll give you the answers that you want. So your job is to make sure that you've got interview questions that really find out who that person is. Or you have an interview process to find out who that person truly is, and then that's who you want to employ, not the person that gives you the rote answers to the questions that you want. Sean O'Shea, great to have you on. I think you're downstairs getting ready for today. William Kent, good morning. By the way, those that are just jumping on now, question of the day in the comments below. What are you doing on the weekend? Tell me with an emoji. Live or on replay, what are you doing on the weekend? Tell me with an emoji. So, part 2. Part 1, recruitment plan. Part 2, interview plan. Part 3, it is what is your performance appraisal plan? What is your performance appraisal plan for 2019? Often in business, we get scared of actually taking our team through a performance appraisal. Like, we get scared of sitting down with them and saying, these are the things you're doing really well. These are the things I think you can improve on. And here's our plan, or here's our strategy to grow that and to develop you as a person who works for us. We forget that. We just don't do that because we're too scared that this negative will mean that they actually leave. And that's bullshit. I can tell you now, whether you're dealing with millennials, Gen Xers, Gen Ys, or baby boomers, everybody likes to know if they're doing a good job, and if they're doing a bad job, how can they improve? And that's your job as a leader of your department, of your team, or of your business. It is to be able to articulate what are they doing poorly and how they can improve, and what are they doing well with. This has to be in your 2019 plan. You can't sweep this shit under the carpet and just hope and pray that no one asks about how their performance is going. So part of your success in any other aspect of the business is going to be giving feedback to your team. So what's your plan? What's your strategy? You need to write this down and get it sorted. Number 4 is, what is your retention plan for your staff? Performance may slip into that retention strategy, but what is your retention plan? What are you doing to proactively keep your team? What are you doing to make sure that your team are happy in their job? Morning, Jan Spataccia. How are you over there in the UK, mate? Great to have you on board. Last thing you want to see is me before you go to sleep, but thanks for joining us. What is your retention strategy for your team? One of the greatest retention strategies is the 13 questions that Marcus Buckingham talks about in his book, First Break All the Rules. If you want a link to grab that book, put in the comments first, either 1ST or FIRST, in the comments below. I'll send you a link to grab this book. But in this book, there are 12 questions. There's actually 13, and the 13th question is, did you ask the previous 12 questions honestly? But there are 12 questions that analyze what it's like to work for you. These come from a series of studies done by the Gallup organization, and have identified the top 12 reasons somebody stays working for a company. And you want to be able to score off the Richter scale on all of those 12. So if we're not monitoring that in our business, then how do we know if we're going to retain our staff? Often, business owners are absolutely surprised, hitting in the back of their head when somebody resigns. We shouldn't be. We should have our finger on the pulse and be able to identify when someone's going to leave before they even come into our office to resign. So the only way we're going to be able to do that is if we have that retention plan, if we have that retention strategy. So, good morning, Tim K. Great having you on board down there in Canberra, Kitty Ho. Welcome. So here's my thought, guys. You're already planning 2019. And the majority of the energy, the majority of the effort you are putting in is around expense control, is about income production. But you can't do either of those regardless of the business you are in. If you're the leader of the organisation and you're writing these plans, you cannot achieve either of those without the base foundation of the people that work for you being awesome. So why aren't you including in that business plan your 2019 human resource plan? Get your shit together and start working on that. There are 4 components that I just explained. 1 is recruitment. 2 is your interview. 3 is your performance. And 4 is your retention strategy. That's kind of weird going down, wasn't it? So we'll go up. 1 is your recruitment plan. Number 2 is your interview plan. Number 3 is your performance appraisal plan. And number 4 is in fact your retention plan. Get to work, ladies and gents. Build that and then worry about your expense. Build that and then worry about your income, because that ain't going to happen unless you got good people working for you and helping you drive towards the goals that you want to achieve. If you like the idea of what I'm talking about, hit me up with a love heart right now if you got value out of what I'm talking about. Love heart right now. Or tag someone in the comments below so that they can watch this and they can start in their business to think about their 2019 HR plan. Love the love hearts coming through. Thank you so much. Remember, if you want those 12 questions from First Break All the Rules, put first in the comments below. I'll send you the link to the book. It's a great book. It's an easy read. And he also explains all the relevance of those questions. Whew. That's JTInTheRaw, show 1, 2, 4. But don't go anywhere just yet. I've got a few more things to tell you. First up, what am I up to? What's happening in the next week? Well, I've got to be honest, the next week is heavily focused on my daughter, Zoe. Thanks, Carol Richardson, for those love hearts just then. It's heavily giving her lots of attention. So this weekend we have zone athletics, where Zoe's competing in the javelin, she's competing in the shot put, and she's competing in the discus. Something about throwing might be what she likes to do at athletics. So that is occupying Saturday and Sunday. And then next week she's got 2 assemblies where she's getting 2 awards. She's got a silver assembly and then her big presentation day, and she's picking up an award on that day. So I am shaping my whole week around both of those events so that I can be present for Zoe. And I think there's a really key component for anyone who does work for themselves, is that you do have the ability to shape your weeks to be able to be present for your family. I really would encourage you, for those that work for yourselves. Hey, Marissa, great to have you on board this morning over there. How the fires, Marissa, and I think Chris is still floating there. How are the fires over there in the US? When you work for yourself, you do have the ability to shape some things to be able to be there and be present for your team. And that is one of the greatest privileges and honours that I have as being self-employed. So 2 assemblies next week, 2 awards for Zoe. I'll be able to tell you about them in a couple of weeks. What else? Got some more coaching calls coming up next week. Remember, ladies and gents, if you're an active management member, you get a free 30-minute phone call in the next couple of weeks with me, coaching call. So I've got them starting next week. I've got quite a few of them already booked in. So I've got that. On Monday, I am wearing the producer's hat. You know when you go to you see the movie sets and there's the director's chair with the director? I am a director of a video shoot on Monday for a client. So really pumped up to be doing that. Oh, what's Nicole saying? My son graduated from year 6 last night. Nicole, you're not old enough to have a year 6 son. Congratulations. Eugene, thank you. I really appreciate that comment too. What else? And, big week of planning for that massive announcement that's coming in 3 weeks. Getting pretty close to announcing, but I got big announcement over the next 3 weeks coming. So starting the planning for that so that when we go announce, it'll blow the fitness industry's mind in Australia. Super excited for that. That's about my week. That's what's coming up. Guys, I really appreciate you jumping on today. Remember, question of the day, whether you're watching live or on replay, what are you up to on the weekend? Put it in the comments using an emoji. Can you do it with an emoji? So today I talked about the most important component, I believe, to you achieving your business goals next year. Most of the time we plan our business around the expenses or around the income production. Neither of which is possible without building a strong foundation of staff that work for us, staff that play in our team. And so our goal must be to look after those people. So we need a 2019 human resources plan. I'm suggesting there are 4 components to that. Number 1 is a recruitment plan. Number 2 is an interview plan. Number 3 is a performance appraisal plan. And number 4 is a retention plan. What are you working on? 1, 2, 3, or 4 in the next week? 1, 2, 3, or 4. What are you working on the next week? Share in the comments below. Love to know. Remember, anyone got any value out of this? Hit me with a love heart, or please share the show by tagging people in the comments below. Hey, it's been great talking to you guys today about this really important issue, people that work for you and helping them achieve your goals and getting things right in your business. It's been fantastic. I really appreciate all your support. As always, it's awesome talking to you. Now, before I go, I have a very cool quote of the week for you. Are you ready? Yes, you are. Quote of the week. Your greatest asset is your staff. Choose and keep wisely. Oh, Josh Tree's got wine, horse racing, weightlifting, walking the dog, and sunning himself. Thanks. Love all those emojis. Okay, quote of the week again, one more time. Your greatest asset is your staff. Choose and keep wisely. Your greatest asset is your staff. Choose and keep wisely. Thanks for tuning in to JTInTheRaw. We're on the same time every single week, 8 o'clock Sydney time, which I think is a 2 or 3 in LA. It's like 10 o'clock in London. You guys can work that out yourself. I will catch you on the flip side, same bat place, same bat time next week. Catch ya. Thanks for tuning in.